Leroy McCoy, Leroy McGriddles, man it out, man with the dower. People are getting mean, people are getting meaner and meaner every day and every day. Because it's getting harder and harder for me to do my job. Not only my job, but I like to just walk around and just every person I come in contact with, make them laugh or smile. Even if you're the meanest looking face person walking around, I want to make you smile, say something that applies to you, that I'm like, oh, it's funny, even if it's stupid funny, but whatever, or saying something, even a compliment, anything, it depends who you are, how I see, but it's getting harder and harder, being out in public places now, doing it is harder, and it's not me, because I'm getting better I'm not, being conceited, oh, it's not me, it's you, but I feel like it could be this whole Hurricane Sandy thing, the whole gas thing, and the snowstorm, and got another storm on Tuesday, all the stresses of the world are getting more and more intense, so then that, on everybody's chest is, makes harder and harder for them to laugh, and they're just, dicks, sorry to, I don't mean it, bad way, but people are getting mean. I was out today, and, a lot of people was just mean people, and there's always mean people, can't let them bring me down, but it's, a growing number of mean people. And that for me is a real sign of the end. Not the world's gonna blow up the end, but the end of this age. The times are gonna have to move on because people are it's getting bad. It's getting bad. There's just even when I guess my energy is hard to accept sometimes, because sometimes I'm just I'm such a high vibration, they're whoa, this kid is on drugs, or this kid is drunk, or he's stupid, I come off like that a lot, oh, this kid's annoying, he talks too much, or he's this, or he's that, I get a lot of those things from people in the world, but I understand at the same time, they have a job to do, and I don't want to mess that up. They're focused on something, and I'm just, oh, this stupid kid is just distracting me from what I gotta do. Even though I am, positive. I'm trying to share positive stuff, and I'm trying to love and light and funny, but funny, they don't like that funny. It might be stupidity to them. I'm not sure exactly what it is. But my energy comes off a lot of times like that. A lot of people say that. I'm they'll be oh, what are you drunk? Even in class, I was in class. And they were doing a slide with the onions, looking at the onion cells. So I do my work, I do the onion slide, draw the cells, this magnification, do this, stain it, whatever you got to do. Okay, boom, I'm done. Then, on my own free will, this was on my own volition, I know, I can look at it back now, stupid thing. I took a little bit of my blood, my thumb real quick, and put a drop on the slide, and I was looking at it. I see my red blood cells, they were a little moving, and I bumped up the magnification, I seen it again, and I bumped it up, and I'm scanning around oh, let me see if I can find a white blood cell or something. And I found a white blood cell, and it wasn't a neutrophil, and it wasn't a eosinophil. I think it was a basophil. I'm really sure it was a basophil, and I'm professor, he's yo, I got a basophil, come look at this. He's nah, you must be, what are you, drunk? He didn't say drunk for that occasion, but I got mad at him for that. He was no, he did not, he refused to look at it. I was just looking for, recognition. I was looking for it in the wrong place though. But I wanted to show him look, I found this is it was a discovery for me. I was staring at the red blood cells moving and stuff, and also we did an experiment with pond water. He had a thing of pond water, one drop out of the little eyedropper thing, or of a little plastic what are those things called? I'm not sure, but one drop of pond water, so much life. Find all these organisms, and they're eating, and they're interacting with the other ones, and the two little ones are eating, and a big one pushes them out the way to eat, and then they come back with another one. Yo, it is really, there's a whole world. I felt I could have just, if I could have somehow recorded that, they have those USB microscopes. You could just hook it up and record that, and I would put the commentary and do the voice for everybody, because it's a whole world. It's a whole world in there. So yeah, so I'm looking at this one drop of blood, all these red blood cells, and it's sort of a little ocean, they're all moving, all moving. I was wow, and then that white blood cell was the great white buffalo, because I had it up for slide for the whole class, I was Professor, no, please, I'll put money down right now, because I didn't tell him it was my blood at first. I'm yo, look, I got a basophil, or eosinophil, I got a rare white blood cell here, not just a regular one, one of the ones that's rare. He's no, there's no way. I'm telling you, I put money on it. I put money on the table, I put money on it, come on. He's nah, it's impossible. You're looking at an onion. I was like, it's not an onion, though. It's not. I'm telling you, I'm not looking at it. He's like, oh, I'm like, it's an onion, it's onion. I was like, no, it's blood. He's like, whose blood? I was like, my blood. He's like, where'd you get it from? And then my finger, I put it on the thing and there's a white blood cell. Can you please look at it? He refused to look at it. He refused to look at that slide. So I had it up a couple, and right there after that, it made me upset. And so I just took my potato slide, I got rid of it. He said, hey, we're not done with the potato thing. I'm like, no offense. I'm done with the potato, or onion, I'm sorry. The onion experiment, because you could do it with a potato too. We did one with a potato and one with an onion. But I was like, yo, I'm done with it. Like, I'm done with that. Like, and I just sat there and meditated. And that's when I realized I'm looking for recognition in the wrong places. So that's the moral of that story. I know it was a white blood cell. You know, it doesn't. A couple of my other like friends from like students came over at some point in the class, like, oh, well, for real, like, let me see real quick. Wow, like, they did, but you know what? It's not. But yeah, people are mean, and I saw a white blood cell. Deuces. That's it for today.